Madam President.
The senator from Utah.
It's a little more than 3 months ago, the Senate Republicans came together and reached something of a conclusion. We concluded it made a lot of sense to make a commitment to each other and a commitment to those we represent and a commitment to those in the other chamber just down the hall from here, that we wouldn't be sending another penny to Ukraine without achieving border security in our own homeland. After all, the conflict in Ukraine is about helping Ukraine maintain its own defensible borders. It's about helping Ukraine with its own national security. Meanwhile, we've got a border that's, having to describe it as porous is an insult to porousness. It is a border through which an estimated 10 million people have entered our country unlawfully just over the last 3 years since President Biden took office. And then now, through the efforts of a faithless few, we were poised to treat our promise to Americans the same way President Biden has treated his solemn oath to protect our country's borders, as somehow expedient, expendable, and apparently now expired. Madam President, we cannot send billions of dollars to Ukraine, many tens of billions of dollars to Ukraine, while America's own borders are bleeding, while they're wide open, and while we've got many thousands upon thousands of the 10 million or so who have come in over the last 3 years, who are coming in under circumstances that make them highly suspicious, to say nothing of the millions of others who came in. But just in the last few months alone, we know that thousands have come in from countries that are not in Latin America, from countries like Syria, Afghanistan, China, and a lot of other countries where we have a lot of people who don't like this country, who don't share its values, who don't share its vision, don't share its commitment to the rule of law, and who have come in here. We know nothing about them. They come in unvetted, in some cases unseen, but in some respects, it's even more troubling. The ones who come in that our government knows about, they are processed and then released. Processed, meaning we take down a bunch of information about them, then release them into the country, either under the pretense that they have applied for asylum and might be deemed qualified to receive that form of relief, or alternatively under the theory that they can be brought in under what's known as immigration parole, a category that's never supposed to be used. In fact, by law, it can't be used categorically to treat all people from a certain country a certain way. No, it's there to be used in unusual circumstances, either for humanitarian compassionate need, like, somebody's loved one has passed away and they need to attend a funeral, or they need to come to attend to a critically ill loved one, or alternatively, a public use exception under immigration parole, such as somebody speaks a foreign language that's badly needed, where they need an interpreter. Very few people speak that in this country, and they've found one from somebody outside the United States. This is a way of getting them into the country for a short period of time. So sometimes they're brought in under the asylum theory, others under the parole theory. Others still are brought in under withheld removal, are just told you don't have to leave now. In many of these circumstances, the people who are released into the interior of the country are told at some point you will have a hearing before an immigration judge. We hope you will come to that. And by the way, your immigration hearing before the immigration judge may well be in the 2030s, may well be in 2035 or later. But in the meantime, have fun. We'll get you a plane ticket to the U.S. city of your choice. And by the way, those pesky things that American citizens have to worry about when traveling from one part of the United States to another, like airplane tickets, we've taken care of that. Also, identification papers. Americans have to produce a photo ID establishing who they are at an airport. You don't have to worry about that either. We'll fly you anywhere you want. Have fun. Well, it's not long before international drug cartels pick up on the fact that this is a great source of revenue for them. It's a great source of revenue and also a great source of facilitating their other businesses when they can traffic human beings in large numbers. You see, these drug cartels are making many tens of billions of dollars every single year smuggling in human traffic into the interior of the United States. And why wouldn't they? People want the American dream. People like the opportunity to live here. Maybe for some, it's perceived as a great way to earn more money that can be sent back home. Maybe some want to live here permanently and make it their home. Maybe others want to inflict harm on the United States. We don't really know because we've thrown caution to the wind. We've just, under the failed leadership of President Joe Biden, we've just brought them in by the millions. It's been a really good deal for the drug cartels, who have made tens of billions of dollars a year as a result of this criminally negligent approach toward enforcing the border.